Let's do this thing. 0 to 1,000 subscribers in less than a year. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. For those of you that are new here, my name is Alfred Romero and welcome to the Wade Gretzky Show. I'm gonna share with you guys 5 major keys for getting your first 1,000 subscribers. Let's jump right into this thing. Number 1, and I probably think is the most important, is probably your thumbnail for YouTube. You can create a solid video with quality content that you spent hours and hours of editing on, but if you don't have a quality, eye-catching thumbnail, nobody's ever gonna see your video and nobody's ever going to click on it or give you the chance to get to that point. Trust me, I know. I spend hours and hours on my thumbnails after the video is already made. And then on top of that, if a video is not performing, I'll actually go back in 2 weeks later and adjust the thumbnail to some other picture with some other writing. And yeah, just so I could see week by week how it performs. And then if it's performing better, I know I'm doing something right by changing the thumbnail. Major key number 2 is you're gonna wanna really do your research and see what's trending and see what people are talking about. If you know things that are popular or that are going to be popular in the future, you definitely are gonna wanna jump on those as early as possible. When quarantine first started, I knew that people were gonna be staying at home back in March, so I did a DIY LED light fixture video. On TikTok at the time, I could see that there was a really big market for LED light fixtures and people showcasing their studios with LED lighting. I knew that if I could jump in there, then I could provide some real value for people, that they would enjoy my video, and then it would probably be one of my best working videos. And sure enough, it has close to 40,000 views on it, which I think is crazy. I had no idea it would pop off like that. But yeah, people were staying home and people were looking for things to do. So sure enough, I gave that to them. And this goes for most things in the world. When new things are coming out, like cars, for example, or MacBooks or any electronic items, you can talk about those things. Whatever it is, people love to watch reviews on things before they pull the trigger on anything. Thirdly, and what I find is most important, is authenticity. I always see a lot of YouTubers that are being unauthentic to who they really are or who to their crowd is, and people can smell that on the internet. I've said this time and time again, but it really has to be implemented. You really want to be true to yourself as well as your followers. Everything on the internet you can smell. You can smell when it's fake, you can smell when it's BS, and you can smell when it's real. Everybody has this sixth sense with the internet, knowing when people are bullshitting and when people are telling you the truth. The minute you start being authentic to yourself is the minute everybody is gonna start catching on to who you really are, and they're really gonna like you for it. I think I have a smudge on this damn lens right here. Okay, hopefully I made that better than worse. All right. The reason why the biggest YouTubers are the biggest is because you can feel the authenticity. When you look at the Casey Neistats, when you look at the Marquez Brownlees, when you look at the Peter McKinnons, you can feel who they are through the video. And that's what I always try to give here, 100% authenticity. Moving on, in the number 4 spot is providing value. Now, this kind of goes hand in hand with doing your research, but providing value is a little bit different in the sense that every single video, you're giving people something. It's a little bit difficult when you're uploading vlogs and things of that nature. You have to really be reviewing things and giving them your personal ratings. So for example, if you went to the San Diego Zoo, you're not gonna wanna have your title say day 53 of vlogging. You're gonna wanna say something like reviewing the San Diego Zoo. And that makes sense because people that are flying all around the world, they're gonna wanna be checking out the zoo and people's experiences there to see if they should spend their time at the zoo, if that makes sense. So really you can provide value in any way. Like this video, I'm giving you guys 5 techniques to help improve your chances of getting 0 to 1,000 subscribers in a really efficient way. This isn't something that happens overnight. I know people wish that it happened that way, but it took me 11 months and 18 days to get here. Trust me, if you really put in the work and you really put in the effort and the time and like the care for it, you'll get there. Trust me, it'll work. Last but not least, and something that's true and dear to me, to my heart, is consistently consistent. Every single week, if you're promising you gotta be there, you have to be there for your people. I know that there's been times where I have not been there, but it's because we've been moving or traveling or doing things like that, and it's hard to get to a computer and really sit down and edit, but that is part of the gig. That's your job, right? Believe it or not, people are watching, whether it's through Instagram or Twitter watching. People are seeing what you do. Whether I know it or you know it, I know that some of you guys are watching this video even though you don't say anything week after week after week, but that's okay. But I at least appreciate you for stopping by every single week because I show up every single week. The weeks that I'm not there, I feel so guilty for not having a video. The goal here is to obviously post as much as you can. Set a goal for yourself, whether that's posting once a month or once every 2 weeks. And once you accomplish that, you can move on to posting every once a week. And from there, daily posting is an option, but I've seen a lot of people get burnt out really quickly over it. Yeah, so basically that's my 5 major keys to growing your subscriber count from 0 to 1,000. I know those seem like very obvious things when you think about them in the grand scheme of things, but they're really vital to successful YouTube pages. And I think a lot of people are missing those elements: thumbnails, authenticity, providing value, consistency, and doing your research. I hope I said all 5 there. So yeah, let me take a quick second and tell you guys how I got here. So this LED light, ignore the spider webs in the back, we're just getting ready for October. But this thing is what put me onto the map with YouTube, really. Currently my video has around 38,000 views on it, maybe closer to 40,000 by the time I edit this video. And this is the thing that really put me on. DIY videos people eat up in the YouTube industry. People are always homebodies, especially with quarantine going on, looking for things that they can do, implement things around the house that they could do themselves. If it wasn't for this video, I can't say that I would have grown as rapidly as I did. Cool. On a real note though, if you are a new subscriber here, I really appreciate you sticking around and hitting that subscribe button. If you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed the video, please definitely give it a like. I appreciate every single one of you guys that stop by every single week, comment on videos, etc., etc., etc. I'll keep doing my part and try to consistently keep uploading every single week, as well as providing quality content for you guys to consume. Don't forget, wavegretzky.com is still live, and Love Thy Homie tees are still available in the long sleeve as well as the short sleeve, and as well as the new Champion Windbreakers zip up little hoodie right here, available now. So they will be here in appropriate time for the fall and the winter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shameless plug. Again, thanks you guys for showing up this week. I really appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you guys next week. Left out with the who she laying game like 2D. I been kicking shit like Bruce Lee. Margarita to the brim tip. Black denim need a slim fit. Same people that I flex with be the ones that I'm in the gym with. I'm a living legend, you a dead cause, and I'm dead ass. No, I'm dead, right?